one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
At Allo, we believe in the exceptional. From extraordinary whole home coverage to super fast speeds, our local teams are always on hand to make sure your service is running at top performance. Let go of lag, banish buffering, and enjoy outstanding service throughout your entire home. We believe in delivering nothing less than exceptional service, so that's exactly what we do. Visit us at allofiber.com to experience the exceptional.
Experience flexibility like never before with Ace Rent-to-Own. Whether you're decorating a new home or upgrading your electronics, they provide easy payment plan options that suit your budget. No credit checks, no hefty interest rates, just straightforward renting solutions designed with you in mind. Find great options to make a beautifully furnished space or surround yourself with the latest gadgets. With Ace Rent-to-Own, it's all within your grasp. Visit acerentoown.com and bring home more than just a product. Bring home a lifestyle.
Hey, it's Jake Sorensen. Join me, Sip, and Coach Bush for Early Break this Friday, December 1st at Madsen's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge. Call today to reserve your free lane for free bowling at 402-467-3249. And if you don't bowl, still enjoy free coffee and donuts. That's this Friday for the 60th anniversary of Madsen's Bowling and Billiards. Early Break from 6 to 8 on location.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Problem gambling is not just a financial issue. It's an emotional problem with financial consequences. If you or a loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
Welcome in to We Talk Facts with 9-year NBA veteran and Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer Erick Strickland and 2-time Nebraska Football National Champion Clester Johnson. Talking and taking names in sports and day-to-day living. Sit back, relax, and join the show with 9-year NBA vet and Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer Erick Strickland and 2-time Nebraska Football National Champion Clester Johnson.
Welcome to WTF. We Talk Facts. E. Strick, C-Bo, Clester Johnson, and Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. It's another Thursday night. Thirsty Thursday it is, but you see my man is not partaking, but it's sitting right in front of him. The wine connoisseur, E. Strick. I left it here just so you can look at it, but I'm going to drink it. WTF, WTF, We Talk Facts. It is always here Thursday night, 6 to 7. Thank you for joining us. Good stuff today to talk about. We're going to talk a little bit about the Huskers and how they ended the year. Is it success? Is it failure? Or is it on the right trajectory? what to watch for, all of that stuff we're going to talk about. Also, big game this weekend. It is going to be a big test for the Huskers against Creighton on Sunday, I believe at 3 o'clock at PBA. Be on the lookout for that. We're going to talk a little bit about that, kind of what the status of the team is, how well they're looking, can they get it done, is it their turn? All of that stuff we're going to talk about. Also, bowl season is right around the corner now. Obviously, the Huskers have missed the mark and punching their ticket, but we also are going to talk about the playoffs, who we think, in all different types of little scenarios or possibilities that are out there. Clester Johnson, how are you today, my friend?
I'm doing well. Strickland, thanks for asking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, my boy.
Hi, Harrison. Good to see you.
How's it going, Clester?
I just want to make some things clear right now. It's Thirsty Thursday, but I'm not thirsty. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Okay. I'm thirsty, but I'm not thirsty. You understand what I'm saying? Wait. Yeah. Great subjects tonight. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be amongst two gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
We're in the holiday spirit. We just had Thanksgiving, ate very well.
Birthday, too.
Strick had a birthday. I mean, it was a big one, too.
Yeah,
I mean,
nice.
Good one.
It was a good one.
Matter of fact, this number.
Talk to me.
You look better now than you did,
It's crazy.
20 years ago.
I think about that, man. And another crazy part of that topic is the older I get, the more I start looking like my dad. That's what's crazy.
And Pops was no joke. I remember seeing Pops back in the day.
We've got Pop stories.
Here's the crazy thing. We used to think that age back then was old, right? But my man looked great. He looked good, still look good.
Yeah, Pops is on it.
But yeah, let's kick it off. You want to kick it off? Where are we going first? Because I'm prepared.
I know you're ready. I know you're ready. Obviously, there's a thing of expectation and there's a thing of reality, right? The expectations and the reality of what transpired, we knew that there was a lot of unknowns coming into the season for the Nebraska Cornhusker football team. We knew that there was a lot of things that needed to go a certain way for it to be special. That didn't pan out. There was a miss on the quarterback situation. So a lot of quarterbacks, obviously Chubba Purdy was entered in late, still having injury, probably is going to need surgery on that growing. And then you have Heinrich Harburg, who was thrust into the position, was a very unknown. Some rumors out there saying he wasn't even entered into the quarterback room. And then, so there was a lot of shuffling. There was a lot of inconsistencies there. The line had injuries. The running back situation obviously went crazy. So there was a lot of things that happened. So based on that, how do you feel about this Husker season? Although my expectations were 6-6 to just kind of make it, I would have, been happy. There's disappointment, but then I'm not really disappointed because I knew there was a lot of unknowns that had taken place with this team.
Well, the reality is we've missed bowl season. What's the 7, 8 in a row? But I do like the foundation that they built this year. I predicted 7-5, and we were knocking at 7-5's door. We were 5-3 at one point.
Actually, could have been better than that, but
it could have been better than that.
You're right.
With very much winnable games there at the end. 3 games you lose by 3 points.
That's a sign that we've seen.
One other thing you missed out on was receivers were young.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Receivers were young. I mean, it was
then you lost Marcus Washington, who was probably supposed to be one of your mainstays. You lose him early.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a perfect storm, is what you want to call it. New OC, young receivers, new quarterback, patchy offensive line. The only thing really consistent this year was the running backs. I thought that they performed pretty well. But despite all that, they won 5 games.
Yeah.
They won, with the opportunity to go 6-6. I mean, they pretty much handed that last game on a platter. Like, out of all the losses, that one hurt the most because you're at home. You have the ball with seconds left to just, all we need is 20 yards. All we need is about 20 yards with the opportunity to kick a field goal.
That's all you can ask for. Yeah.
That's all you can ask for.
Yeah.
But hindsight's 2020. I think they have something to build on, but the number one thing they got to come through this year, this following year, they may have to spend a meal ticket on a good QB.
We're not talking about Meek Mill.
No.
We're talking about that paperwork.
No, sir.
We're talking about that paperwork. We're not talking about going down to the Capitol and making up paperwork. We're talking about going into the vault and getting a meal ticket.
They got to go in the vault. They got the money.
They got some paper.
They got the money to do
it.
Yeah. There's
but here's the one thing about that, and then because now we'll transition this over to the quarterback situation. Real quick, Harrison, thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, you're bringing out the demons. Think about that Iowa game. I pushed that back. But yeah, it wasn't even 20 yards we needed at the end there. You get the penalty right off the bat to start that drive.
That's something that's been crazy for us.
Oh, man, it's like we have a stretch there. It's like 2 penalties in 2 games. Everything's right. Yeah. And then down the stretch there, you get them at the worst possible timing. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy to think we started the year off against Minnesota where game-winning drive, we throw a pick, they go on a game-winning drive field goal, you end the season, same scenario, you throw the ball, it's a pick, they win the game on a game-winning field goal. We started and ended the season the exact same way.
Let me add 13-10.
13-10.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah, that's
crazy. Score. It feels like it's some bad mojo, but nonetheless, we're going
Groundhogs.
Yeah, man. It's like you saw that picture before. Rule is looking at a potential option. I think this is something that I think was needed, especially when you're looking at there was not much progression to me at the quarterback position. It didn't seem like there was much development. There was much growth week to week. The mechanics didn't look good. Staying in the pocket, out of shotgun, dropping back an extra 2 yards. You can't do that in shotgun. When defensive ends are coming around corners, you got to be able to stand your ground on the shotgun. Then you step up into the pocket. You don't go back. And so there's been situations. Those are just mechanical things. And so the acquisition of a QB coach needed or not?
Yes.
And you've been a quarterback before, so you would kind of understand what this looks like.
I think there needs to be a guy dedicated to that position. Yeah. Because you said something very critical. You didn't see a lot of progression. It was the same thing. I felt that it's really hard to change mechanics.
Yeah, in the
season.
Facts.
And it's also very hard to, if you're turnover prone.
Yeah.
Jeff Sims, he came into this situation.
You knew what it was.
Yeah. And then Heinrich, part of that is leaning on who he is and what he felt his strengths were, which can lead to bad situations. We saw that happen. A lot of inexperience. Also, Chubba Purdy, I feel like we knew what he was. I mean, he was already here. He had a chance to play in previous
We've seen him
years.
before.
Not the answer. I wouldn't say it was the answer. They all did good things. They all did good things from time to time that made you go, okay, we can build on that. But then it would rear its ugly head at some point in time. There was no consistency.
That's a fact.
And we haven't had that guy. It's been a while. Last year's quarterback, I think, would have got us to a bowl.
I think Casey Thompson
would have got us there. Absolutely.
Now, when you look at Coach Rule in his first season, success, failure, or on the right trajectory? What's your initial thoughts on Harrison? Let me get yours first, and then we'll come to class.
Yeah, before the Iowa game, I had to decide right there, just for my emotions, not to decide for me. But it's still progress in my eyes, based on just the amount of injuries. I am going to factor that in because that's a crazy amount of players on offense.
That is a lot of players.
That's really hard to work around, and it's even hard to grade Satterfield at times because I don't know what that play sheet looks like after all those injuries. But
I just think there's more creativity is needed in his creative.
Just needed that little bowl game because I think people get tired of the coach speak. I mean, how many years in a row did we talk about is there progress or not? Like that's why you just needed 6. I can consider it progress, but I mean, we just need something tangible for fans. Like there's it's just been coach speak forever because there's nothing tangible to ever point to at the end of the season.
But here's the thing, I got to interject. In practice, they see what they have.
Mm-hmm.
They see what their skill set is. You can't create a spreadsheet of things to do when you know that this guy can't do it.
Right.
Like you know what you got.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you guys, these guys, this is their job. This is what they do 24/7. What they're doing out there is what they have. I'm just telling you.
Well, the way I've always said it is because I play golf, and so you've been with me to play golf. There's times when you go out and play golf where the ball ain't doing what you want it to do. That thing is slicing, or
that thing ain't thinging.
That thing ain't thinging. Right. You can't go out there and look down the fairway and say I'm hitting it this way with a little slight draw, blah blah blah. Right. So you've got to when those situations present themselves, don't get into your head and start swing mechanicking out there. You got to go to the range for that stuff, right? So you've got to play with what you're working with. If you've got a slight fade working this day based on your swing, work the fade. You know what I mean? Don't go in there trying to hit draws and duck hooks and so forth around trees. Go ahead.
I'm putting my hand up like I'm in class. I got to give you something, though, E. Let me say something to you.
Break it.
I like what you're saying, right? But you are speaking from one of the greatest athlete minds and players of all time, especially here in the state of Nebraska. You have an internal something about yourself that has allowed you to be great, right?
Okay.
You know, you have a default system inside yourself that gets you in line and allows you to be great on top of your athleticism and skill that you already have. They ain't got that. Okay.
Feel you.
They have to have somebody who can methodically break it all down, and then they got to practice. You know, there's some exceptions. You're an exception. Like you can see something, adopt it, and it looks like you did it forever, right?
Yeah.
They ain't got
that. Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate because I really do. I really thought this team could be special, and I think it was, a few plays away, a couple of situations away. You could have literally been looking at an Iowa switch. They could have actually looked like Iowa's right now.
10-2 with
just
five with 5 or 6-3 win. Won by 3.
Yeah. Oh, we almost beat Iowa with special teams. This is the crazy part.
Yeah.
We almost out Iowa.
Yeah.
You got 2 blocks.
Yeah.
You almost did it to them, right?
Quickly. What would be the score of the Big Ten championship game? What do you think? What score? Give me the score.
Boy.
I got you.
Michigan's defense good. I bet you they're able to get some turnovers on.
27-3.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think Iowa's going to get.
I don't think they score.
I'm gonna be right there with you. I'm gonna go 20. I'm gonna go. We'll give them more than that. We'll go. We'll give them. Yeah, we'll go. You know what? We'll go 34-3.
This is deja vu of when my son was a freshman. Iowa was 10-2 with no offense, pretty good defense, going to play Michigan. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Michigan waxed us. It was like 42-3.
Yeah.
It's going to be like that again.
It's going to be like that.
Matter of fact, Michigan is better.
Yeah, I think
Michigan is better.
Especially on the defensive side.
And Iowa's lost one of their key players.
Cooper DeJean.
I'm going to say.
I don't even think they have to pass it crazy.
I'm going to say 40. I'm going to say 49-3.
Oh, Lord, have mercy. Help me. Is that a WTF moment?
Yeah.
We're gonna log that. We're gonna have to. We're gonna
remember
log
I
that.
said that.
I'm gonna remember you said that.
I truly believe that.
Those on the Sauter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. What's your thoughts? What do you think the game is going to look like? Iowa against Michigan. Again, quick before we go to break. Give a quick grade on Matt Rule for the first season.
Oh man, I'm gonna. You whiffed big on the quarterback. That'll set you back a lot. Like that's a big factor in it.
Good call.
I'm gonna go with everything. I'll factor in injuries for him, but it's still, to me, you had a bunch of winnable games, and yeah, I'm C+.
I think the quarterback can set you back 2 years. If you whiff this next one, you're 4 to 5 year deficit potentially as far as your program's growth. I really believe that. Go ahead, C.
I'm right
What'd you say, C
about-
plus?
C plus.
I'm right about where Harrison is. So I'm trying to think, what would Scott Frost would have done this year? Like if we would have kept him this year, what would have happened?
I think it would have been uglier.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So based on that,
That's good.
you have to say he's a little bit more
I
successful.
see you.
I'm gonna lean a little bit more. I'm gonna say B minus. Okay. I want to say B minus because 5 and 7 with games that I really feel like he's gonna win those.
I think with a different quarterback, you win those games.
With a different quarterback,
There's no doubt.
they're gonna win 7 or 8.
I agree.
So B minus.
Yeah.
That the defense was extremely strong.
Right.
So he definitely hired the right person
Hired the
there,
right
and
person.
they were making the right calls.
Yeah.
Offense, they did
They
some
did
good things.
work with
They did
had.
some good things.
Mhm.
I'm gonna give him a B minus.
All right. I love it. I think I'm going to give him a B minus C plus.
I mean, which one?
That's a fact. No, I think I'm gonna stay in the C plus range. I think it's a good balance for me on the C plus range, and that's I'm sticking to my guns, and I'm not jumping off. I'm Doc Holliday on that moment, Tombstone style.
Yeah, I mean, you already
I want to add one thing. I enjoyed his press conferences. I thought he told the truth.
Okay.
I thought he told the truth. He didn't sugarcoat things and make it seem like we were better than where we were. Like concussion. Tell the truth, and he did.
Well, one of the keys before we go to break, we're going to go to break real quick. But one of the keys I think in that is the retention. How many stay? And I love the fact that Ty Robinson wants to come back. Those things are interesting. Obviously, that has a lot to do with Coach White. That's a necessity at the position to be able to, because it is tough to go and find somebody. If you don't got nobody in the wait for that, that's a tough position to find. So it's good. But I will say, I'm hoping that they can make the adjustments and go and get what they need at the skill positions, starting with the quarterback and then continue to work there. You're not going to find linemen. You got to work off the development.
Spend some money.
You got to spend some little cash. That's what we got to do. 937 The Ticket. We talk facts. Clester Johnson, E. Strick, and my boy Harrison Arms on the ones and twos. We'll be right back right after these messages.
Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 10th and P or at 1501 Center Park Road.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
This holiday season, recharge with the Planet Fitness Black Card for just $1 down and $24.99 a month. So instead of fighting a stranger in the mall over a stuffed T-Rex, bring a friend for free and work out on the TRX. Instead of freezing in line for a lame holiday deal, relax in the Black Card Spa with some hydro massage feels. Instead of being trapped at your in-laws, escape to any of our 2,400 Planet Fitness locations. Sign up today for the Planet Fitness Black Card, just $1 down and $24.99 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends November 30th. See Club for details.
Experience flexibility like never before with Ace Rent-to-Own. Whether you're decorating a new home or upgrading your electronics, they provide easy payment plan options that suit your budget. No credit checks, no hefty interest rates, just straightforward renting solutions designed with you in mind. Find great options to make a beautifully furnished space or surround yourself with the latest gadgets. With Ace Rent-to-Own, it's all within your grasp. Visit acerentoown.com and bring home more than just a product. Bring home a lifestyle. Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
Hey, it's Jake Sorensen. Join me, Sip, and Coach Bush for Early Break this Friday, December 1st at Madsen's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge. Call today to reserve your free lane for free bowling at 402-467-3249. And if you don't bowl, still enjoy free coffee and donuts. That's this Friday, for the 60th anniversary of Madsen's Bowling and Billiards. Early break, 6 to 8 on location.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
At Coppell Chevrolet GMC, we are thankful for so many things this year, starting with our great employees, a generous community, our military personnel, and most importantly, our loyal customer base that continues to drive that money-saving mile of Louisville. Hi, this is Sean Callahan, and on behalf of everybody at Coppell, we want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and safe travels to wherever they may take you. Happy holidays from Coppell Chevrolet GMC.
Okay, it's time to sell the house. How do we even begin to choose from the hundreds of realtors in town?
Easy. We make a pros list.
You mean a pros and cons list?
No, just a pros list. We need someone with pro photography to showcase the house in the best possible way, pro marketing to make sure we get maximum exposure, pro negotiations so we know we get the best price.
This is one of those times where you already know the right answer, isn't it?
You know it is. Ben Bleicher and Professional Realty Group.
Contact Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's Home Services Ambassador. Online at prg-ne.com.
Problem gambling is not just a financial issue. It's an emotional problem with financial consequences. If your loved one is struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting mainly sunny skies. Will be breezy and a little cooler today. We'll see a high of around 46. Tonight, mainly cloudy skies are expected over that low near 25. And tomorrow, mainly cloudy skies going to stick around for us. We'll see a high of around 37. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back to We Talk Facts on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here are your hosts, Strick and Clester.
Welcome back. WTF, We Talk Facts. We're going to get into a big game coming up. Both teams have been off a little bit, had some time to regroup, and get healthy. The Creighton Blue Jays, there's a lot of Jayskers out there, those who are listening, but we're going to get real quick. We're going to hit the Sutter Heyman text line. Some of you guys tapped in. Thank you guys, 402-464-5685. Ohio Husker says this, Clester Johnson. He says, if they don't run off Casey, let me just say, if they don't run off Casey, we win the West. And you said that. You said I actually really think they could have. This is a big difference maker. I think he was just more accurate. There's a lot of passes, a lot of third downs, a lot of situational stuff that all you had to do was get the ball to the guy. It wasn't even like it wasn't tight window stuff. It was literally you overthrew the dude and the guys behind you and intercepts. Yeah. Casey's a little bit more accurate. I think that Ohio Husker might be onto something there.
Yeah, the inconsistency at the QB play. I mean, of course, we don't want to blame everything on the QB. A lot of it has also to do with the protection.
Yeah,
but
getting Ben Scott's back is huge because at that center position, that is a critical position. But
yes, the accuracy issues were really bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
Mississippi Mud Dog, our guy on the show. We love him at On the Block as well as here on. Thank you, Mississippi Mud Dog. He says defense a B+, offense is an F, special teams is a C, and coaching is a C- for him. Yeah. I mean, you can't really fault that. That's I mean, I think if special teams is better too, because there were some situational special team moments that if you don't shake a punt, if you win the field position with the defense the way that they were playing, you probably would have given yourself a lot better chance, because there was times where you were working against the special teams because the other special teams are just better than you. So they were making long, field position where you got to go 80, you got to go 75. You ever making it like that? And that's what you needed to do with the Huskers, because they're going to either turn it over or they were either going to not be able to move the ball enough to switch field position. So it worked to the benefit of probably most teams.
Yeah, the X factor to me is you practice, you look good in practice, you think that you got certain things figured out, and then you get into a game and the other team is just not going to cooperate like you want them to. And sometimes you figure out certain moments in the game.
Yeah.
I think they really tried to do the best that they could with what they had, and we talked about that. And now they really see what their deficiencies are. So for the sake of the coaches, I know they're trying to do the best that they can. Year 2 is really when you make a better judgment.
That's what we're going to see.
Right.
No doubt. Caboose 8605 on the Starter Heyman text line says 52 to Dookie from Michigan. And not even much further than that, basically dang near the same thing. Unnamed texter 0247 says 70-7. Michigan wins.
I like how you give him 7 still. 72, but
the only point,
7.
but no, the question is, he says the only points they get is in garbage time. That's crazy.
Either that or some sort of turnover.
Right.
If Michigan turned the ball over within the 10-yard line, right?
Yeah.
Because Michigan, Iowa will not score. They don't score in the red zone. They don't score touchdowns in the red zone. No, they're fine with kicking field goals and punting.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
That's what they do. Let's get right into it. Creighton, Nebraska, big game for Nebraska. Nebraska is now 7-0. They're also getting votes. Creighton has taken 1 loss, and that was just in their last game against Colorado State, and actually got the brakes beat off of them a little bit. Creighton has, a few Omaha kids, definitely one in Jason Green, who is he's a redshirt freshman coming out of Millard North. You also have Doltzler over there. They continue to go into Bellevue West and try to grab a few of them. Josiah Doltzler is there. This team, to me, is beatable. I know they pick up Isaac Trout. That was a big pickup for them, who ended up going to Virginia. He's a redshirt freshman. He comes up. So they're very young. But I think this team, to me, is a beatable team, especially with the style of play that the Huskers playing, especially the defense that they bring to the table. The key to them is going to be the rebounding part of this game. Nebraska, to me, Cless, looks phenomenal because one thing that sticks out for me is their assist numbers. Dang near for every game, their assist numbers have been over an average of 15 a game. That is phenomenal. That means they're sharing the ball. They've got upwards of dang near almost 20 a couple times, 18, 19. That's sick. That means that they're taking good shots. And as long as they continue that, making the right plays, their spacing looks good. It's like when I watch these games, they understand where each other is. They're cutting. They kind of read off of each other. That is something that I think they lacked in the past. I think this is one of Fred Hoiberg's best teams.
Okay, let me give you a little bit of surface talk in regards to these two teams, because I want you to address a few things, because you're the resident expert when it comes to basketball. Okay, so you got a 7-0 Nebraska team. You got a Creighton team coming off the Elite Eight. A little bit different team, but you still got a coaching staff with a lot of experience. Nebraska hasn't made the NCAA tournament. It's been a little while.
I want to say was it 12? Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm running 2012. 402 464 5685. You can correct us, but we made it. Obviously, didn't win a game. That's the hangover there.
Yeah.
But I want to say 12.
So I'm looking at the last 10 games. Last 10. So Nebraska won last year. Okay. And let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So Nebraska's won 2 times out of the last 10 games. Is there a psychological thing going on there? What do you think about that in regards to, does Nebraska have a chance psychologically?
I think if you go back, I ain't never lost. I ain't never lost to Creighton. Ever. So
we ain't in the 90s, bro. We ain't in the 90s. Psychologically, I want to ask you.
I don't think so. I don't think that exists in this particular instance. Okay. I think I think this team looks at it from a standpoint of this is an opportunity. It is a ranked team coming into your building. Go beat the brakes off of them and do something special and get in them rankings for the first time in a long time.
You think they're ranked if they beat Creighton?
I think they're ranked if they beat Creighton.
Okay. I got one other question for you.
Yeah.
Got one other question. And this might be early, and this might be too soon to ask you. What is your feeling on Nebraska if they don't go far in the Big Ten tournament and really kind of make some noise? Does this look like this could potentially be an at-large team?
I've put this on the record. I actually think this team has the capability of winning 20 games.
Okay.
Does
20 get them
20, in? I don't know if 20 gets them in. I think being in the top 7 gets them in, whatever that looks like. And I think if they are in the top 7, they get in. I think their schedule is set up for them to have success. The key, again, is taking care of home. And by way of schedule, you're going to have games like against, like Northwestern. They've had success. Games like that. There's some games that Minnesota you got to sweep. There's games you got to say we need sweep.
Right.
And there's a few on the road that you can go out and steal. If you can do that, that can put you in a position
Wisconsin,
if you take care of home. I think they match up good with Wisconsin. Absolutely.
Okay.
And this is just not being biased. I'm because I'll tell you if they doodle Brown, I'll tell you I WTF you.
I mean, you have a touch. You got to admit you have a touch of bias. Because you want to see them do well.
I have a bias for hope of them doing well, but I'll tell you if you doodle Brown.
Okay, all right.
If you there's things that I like about this team. They're going to have to do some things to beat Creighton. They're going to have to shoot the ball well, meaning they're going to get good shots just because they're going to move it.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to get good shots. You got to hit them. You can't be missing, and they got to rebound. If you rebound, make good shots, I think you'll be fine.
Word of the day is Doodoo Brown. I just want to say that.
If you Doodoo Brown,
Strick will.
I'll tell you.
He'll let you know.
Your game is Garbo.
Okay.
I'll tell you if your game Garbo. Your
All
game
right.
is Garbo.
All right.
Okay.
What we next?
Where do you think?
What's up?
Yeah,
Harrison.
Yeah,
Give us your opinion.
Nebraska's definitely got a shot in this. Creighton's kind of an interesting team this year. Like they're still going to be a good team. They'll be all right despite losing Colorado State. But like you look at Kalkbrenner in particular, they don't really have a guy that they had last year that can consistently. A lot of his points were just simple, flip it up at the rim and slam it. It's Trey Alexander's about the only guy on that roster right now that can really drive and penetrate and set Kalkbrenner up. So if they're not hitting 3-point shots, aka Colorado State, they're in serious trouble. That's how you end up with only scoring 48 points because they don't have a guy that can penetrate.
Come on.
If you're, blanking it from the 3-point line, it's going to be an ugly game for Creighton.
So in essence, and this is why I feel they're gettable. The one that ran that ship was Nembhard.
Mm-hmm.
Losing Nembhard,
that was big.
That was huge for this Creighton team. Mm-hmm. He was a veteran. He could run the ship. I don't think they have that this year or anybody that's prepared to do that. And this is why I think they're a gettable team because I actually think the depth and the versatility of the things that Nebraska can throw at you will give them a shot at this. We're going to take one more break and we'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more. We'll get into some college playoff stuff, what the rankings are, just interest. What kind of interest that you have in the expansion of the college? Will it make it even more fun? I think it will, but we'll talk more about that when we come back. WTF, we talk facts.
Constructors Inc., a Nebco company, is now hiring heavy equipment mechanics to maintain fleet equipment and vehicle operations. Constructors offers mechanics a competitive salary, 4-day work weeks with overtime options, a $5,000 hiring bonus, a tool allowance, and great benefits. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. Apply today for their mechanic positions. Visit constructorslincoln.com.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com or visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
Gary with Gary Michaels Clothiers Lincoln. I'm here to tell you about our custom shirt program. When you come into the store, we measure your chest, mid-waist, and sleeve length. Enter the measurements in an app, and we create your data fit size. You then try on one of our 99 data fit shirts for the proper fit. After that, pick out the fabric, collar, cuff, placket, and in roughly 2 weeks, your shirts are delivered at the same cost of buying off the rack. And by the way, the neck fits too. Gary Michaels Custom Shirts at 56th and Pine Lake Road, Lincoln.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
When you think of places with tons of great beer selections and amazing food menu in Omaha, the conversation should start and end with Bearschen Beer Garden in Benson. With more than 30 beers on tap, including several German options, you're sure to find something you like. And don't forget their Nashville hot chicken sandwich or any of their delicious hamburgers. Start off with the warm house-made pretzels and you're on to a great day at Bearschen Beer Garden in the heart of Benson in Omaha.
What do you think of when you hear the chocolate season? Artisan chocolates? Of course, they have the best chocolates this side of the Atlantic. Friendly neighborhood coffee shop? Yup, they're that too. A nationally recognized top-tier brunch spot. Waffle weekends, baby. And the place to grab a gift for literally any occasion? Everybody loves chocolate. See for yourself at the Chocolate Season, 40th and Old Cheney, or order ahead online at thechocolateseason.com.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
Introducing The Outlet by Sartor Heyman. The Outlet brings you luxurious Sartor Heyman quality jewelry at unbeatable prices. Shop our expansive inventory of overstocked merchandise and a vast estate collection that just hasn't found its home yet. This is your chance to own stunning designer jewelry at a fraction of the cost. Elevate your style at The Outlet by Sartor Heyman, where luxury and affordability meet. Downtown at 12th and O or online at sartorheyman.com.
Are you looking for some holiday fun? This year, start a new tradition. Make the Nebraska Christmas Lights Show experience an annual event for your family and a cherished memory to look forward to every year. From Black Friday to January 3rd, buckle up and tune into the rhythm of the lights and let the magic of Christmas take over with the show. Now located at Star City Shores, just off of 27th and Highway 2. Buy your tickets for just $20 or $25 per car today at NebraskaChristmasLightShow.com.
Back to We Talk Facts on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here are your hosts, Strick and Clester.
Yes, sir. We back in the building. What's going on, Sibo?
Listen, I'm here. I'm riding shotgun with you.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoying this talk. A fun fact about
Okay.
Clest sometimes.
Okay.
I don't watch sports a lot at home. I'll catch some stuff on the internet, and I'll probably get most of my sports information from the net, and it's piecemeal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to be an avid Sports Center watcher, watching Fox, and I just haven't a lot lately.
Yeah, you been turned off? Is it something about the game today that has turned you off in different sports, or is it just life in itself? Is it just life?
I would say life. Obviously, weekends, hanging out with my children, playing sports.
Yeah,
and I've been traveling to Manhattan and traveling to different places to watch.
We gotta get you out of here soon because you got another son that's on TV tonight.
He's not playing. But their team is playing.
Their team is playing tonight.
Yeah, Seattle. But here's the crazy thing. So I got a son that plays for the Seattle Seahawks. He's currently on the practice squad. This is third year. He's out of my pockets, which is great. He's
doing his own thing. Naive.
He can pay for his own. Just naive. But here's the crazy thing, though. Like, I don't really watch Seattle Seahawks games if he's not playing. Like, I'll catch like some highlights, but just sitting watching, I'll catch. I like to watch Tyler Lockett because I know Cade and Tyler are really close.
Yeah.
Him and DK Metcalf are super close.
Yeah.
I've had
that boy's an anomaly.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
And I've talked to those fellas. I've talked to those fellas. I've communicated. I've been talking to K while DK's been there. And he's like, "Yo, man, I'm talking about Pops." And he'd be like, "Yo, what's up, Pops?" They do that kind of stuff. So it's kind of cool. But
I almost slipped down there. I almost said, "Bump WTF," and got on the plane with the devil.
Listen, I'm so surrounded by sports so much that I don't consume it as much at home.
Understood.
Is what's happening. Yeah.
Understood. Listen, there's not much controversy when you look at the landscape of the college football playoff rankings.
Okay.
There's not much controversy.
Yeah. No, you don't think so?
No. Here's why.
I don't know.
I mean, because what? You got Georgia, Washington, Michigan, Florida State. They're the 12-0 teams. They're the four right now. Then you've got right behind them Oregon, Ohio State, Texas, Alabama. And the reason you have Alabama behind Texas is because why? They beat them. Then you have Ohio State at 6 because they took the L. And so they dropped down behind Oregon State because the best conference right now to me has been the Pac-12 in the dying conference of the Pac-12. So Oregon kind of has looked the best of that group and they popped right behind. I think the controversy is going to come. Here's where I think it is, and I'm going to let y'all elaborate. To me, this is a WTF moment. Note tape. I think the controversy potentially comes if Florida State barely squeaks by Louisville, and then you have Oregon comes in and beats the brakes off of like Washington or something, and then all of a sudden Texas does Okie State in, like does them all the way in. That's when I think Florida State gets usurped. I don't know. Throw it out there. What you got? Because right now there's no controversy.
Harrison, go ahead. Because I gotta.
Yeah, it's going to break down.
I'm coming with some
conference championship weekend. I'm with you on the Pac-12. You talk about blue blood conferences going out with a bang. Shout out to the Pac-12.
This has
been a great year for them to kind of go out the way they are. But
yeah. DJ Uncle Julio Uncle in the transfer portal. Nebraska, pay the money. We need to pay the money.
$1 to $2 million.
Go get in. We need somebody like that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's basically it. It just comes down to conference championship weekend for me. There could be some madness, but I'm not really banking on much. The only one that scares me is Oregon and Washington. That could shake things up because that thing came down to the wire. And then obviously Florida State without the quarterback. What does that look like? They got an unfortunate card. We'll see how they really rank those
Here's
teams.
the controversy, guys. Okay. Okie State, Texas. If Texas wins, they're in. I think they're in.
You think they jump? You think they jump Florida? That's what I said. You trying to agree with your boy for the first time?
I think that they're in.
I think they in if they win.
In a close game if Florida still wins. But
Okay,
it's close.
so
I think if Florida State wins close,
here are the prediction. Here's the prediction on the wins. All right.
Okay.
With this weekend's matchups.
Talk to me.
So the highest predictor of winning is Michigan.
Okay.
Number 2 is Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 3 is Oregon. They got Oregon over Washington. Then they got Florida State over Louisville. Okay. Now, if Florida State wins, Michigan wins, Texas wins,
Georgia gets beat by Alabama. Talk to me.
No. Listen.
I'm just saying if it happens.
I don't care what anybody says. The winner of the SEC is in.
Alabama's
They're
that
in.
means Georgia gets clipped out or Georgia falls to 4.
They may,
you got 2?
Listen,
gotta keep Georgia in there.
Listen. I'm telling y'all.
I think Georgia don't get out.
I'm telling y'all, if whoever wins, they're in.
Yes.
Okay. Here's the controversy: the loser, because if Georgia loses, coming off of back-to-back championships, it's gonna be hard to leave. I'm telling you, it's hard to leave Georgia out. It's gonna be very, very. It's gonna be some mess. Okay. Florida State undefeated. If they're undefeated, if Michigan's undefeated, and to me, the second strongest team this year to me has been Oregon. If not the best.
Yeah.
I mean, they
just
was
had
kind
an
of
unfortunate loss.
a fluky loss to Washington.
Yeah.
But man, they've looked so good.
Yeah.
I think that this is the first year I've seen Oregon where I think they can compete with the SEC. Like they remind me of Ohio State. Because Ohio State.
More Ohio State or more Clemson in their heyday?
I'm going to say Ohio State because Ohio State is physical and fast, and they play very well against the SEC.
Okay.
Like last year, Ohio State should have beat Georgia. They could have easily beat Georgia. So I like Oregon. This is a tough year, guys. I'm just telling you, it's a tough year just because. But the crazy thing is, whenever we think we know who's going to win, we're gonna see some crazy stuff happens. I'm telling you, like Louisville can raise up and beat Florida State, right?
Louisville's had some really good games this year. They push people close.
The only team for sure not going to win.
What if it comes out and has 4 turnovers?
Listen,
like a Nebraska game, like just 4 or 5 turnovers, and
let me tell you, with 4 turnovers, they were still win by 4 touchdowns.
Is that a WTF?
Listen, facts. We talking facts. We are talking facts. You cannot. If you look at Iowa's schedule, listen, and I have a lot of respect for that staff, right?
Yeah.
But man, they have a rabbit's foot in that locker room, man.
Boy, it's some mojo in there. There's some Joe Boo going on in there.
They are eating Lucky Charms.
There's some Joe Boo in the locker.
They must wake up and required to eat Lucky Charms. I swear to God, because the way they win statistically, it's just impossible.
Right.
Because it's like all those things go against Nebraska. Those wins, we don't get them, and they get those wins.
Right.
And they're 10-2.
That's crazy.
It
is crazy.
On a team with 131st offense in the country. Like, how does that happen?
Like that is a Matrix moment.
Lucky Charms.
That is a straight. That is like Neo looking in the face of the guys, all of the Sentinels, and they're about to shoot at him, and he thinks about it, and he's like, "Stop!" And all the bullets just stop.
Yeah,
that's kind of what freaking. That's how Iowa's skating right now. They ain't dodging bullets. They're just saying stop.
They've been pretty. There's some games where, like, Nebraska finished the game where they've just been gifted a turnover at the very end.
God.
And, like, part of their competition, they're going against QBs where if they go on a game-winning drive.
Keegan told me in all their locker rooms they have a Lucky Rabbit's foot.
Are you serious?
In every locker.
Wow.
No, I'm just joking.
I was about to say.
You got Strickland mind.
I was over here like,
I'm just joking.
Yeah, that's crazy. We got to take one more break here, and then we're going to have a little one extra segment here. Are we going to do that, Harrison? Talk to me.
Yeah, we can go ahead and do that. We can just set the out music for that next segment.
And what we're going to do is we're going to come back because there's a few more things on the Starter Heyman text line that you guys threw out at us. We're going to talk about that. It'll be just a hodgepodge of just discussion. Right back after this. 937 The Ticket.
Concrete Industries, a Nebco company, has immediate job openings for precast production laborers. Concrete Industries offers great pay, health benefits, 401k, a wellness program, holidays, and paid time off. Apply today to earn a starting pay of $20 per hour and a $1,500 hiring bonus. Concrete Industries is hiring all experience levels and offers on-the-job training. Start your career today as a precast production laborer. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers, and if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Don't allow uninvited guests to take over your home. Trust Bats to Rats for a peaceful and rodent-free living space. You're kind of stuck with it for a while. You need to make sure you get your best house for the best price. You need Ben Bleicher and his team of pros at Professional Realty Group. They'll take the time to figure out what's important for you in your dream home, and they have the expertise to find the hidden issues that could surprise you after the sale. That's professional knowledge, proactive service. We call that potential. Ben Bleicher and the team at Professional Realty Group of Berkshire Hathaway's home service ambassador. Find more online at prg-ne.com.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, expecting mainly sunny skies. We'll be breezing in a little cooler today. We'll see a high of around 46. Tonight, mainly cloudy skies are expected over that low near 25. And tomorrow, mainly cloudy skies going to stick around for us. We'll see a high of around 37. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now, they've raised wages again, and they're hiring for production operators at $24.62 per hour, which grows to $28.97 per hour within 3 years. Skilled trade positions now start at $33.36 per hour, with opportunities to make more based on certifications. Continental also has salary jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates, with increased bonuses and vacation for new hires. To learn more or apply, go to continentaljobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Don't miss the most innovative ag technology that exists today on display in Lincoln at the Nebraska Ag Expo, the second largest indoor ag show in the U.S., December 5th, 6th, and 7th. Check out all the latest technology in row crop and livestock production, robotics, and more at the expanded Innovation Hub. Mark your calendar. That's December 5th, 6th, and 7th. Register online at NebraskaAgExpo.com to get your tickets in advance and save $5. See you in Lincoln. The Nebraska Ag Expo is sponsored in part by Farm Credit Services of America and Ag Direct.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Hi, this is Cameron Hall, owner of Doors Plus. If you're looking to upgrade your garage door, my team and I are here to help. Doors Plus represents 5 major garage door manufacturers, so you have plenty of options when looking to upgrade. Doors Plus prides itself on a fast but reliable service with a 3 to 5 week lead time to complete your entire project. We have multiple commercial installation crews in order to get your project done efficiently and correctly. Give Doors Plus a call for your new commercial garage door at 402-590-5800 or visit us online at doorsplusllc.com. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Muchachos has been Lincoln's leader for New Mexican barbecue for a few years now, and they've expanded into Omaha. That's right, you can get all your favorites like the pipeline burrito with 3 meats, rice, beans, queso, and crushed chips, or any of their great taco options in Lincoln or Omaha. Plus, they want to give back, as the Malachi Coleman Giverito, a 2-meat hatchback burrito, gives proceeds to the Fly Like Kai Foundation for the Lincoln foster care community. Stop by Muchachos in Lincoln at 11th and L or in Omaha at 1258 South 13th Street.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Back to We Talk Facts on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here are your hosts, Strick and Clester.
All right, finishing up on We Talk Facts. Got one small little segment here. We'll jump on the Sutter Heyman text line, 402-464-5685. Unnamed texter 4424 says this, at The Ticket, 3 things. 1, pay Tony White so he knows his value to the University of Nebraska. 2, transfer portal needs to be a huge hit with skill positions this season. Number 3, our OC needs to identify what he wants to do going forward, simplify, and teach consistency. And lastly, pay Archie Manning if he transfers.
Yeah, Archie ain't going.
I don't think he's going anywhere either.
But
I don't think he can beat Quinn Ewers either, though, right now.
Let me,
be honest.
You bring up an interesting point. I heard the word portal, and I don't know if you wanted to touch on what happened at Colorado.
No, we're going to talk about that another time.
The Deion situation, the Deion story. We'll talk about that another time.
We're going to talk about that another time.
What I'm learning here about the portal, you need to be very strategic.
Facts.
You have to do your research, and it probably isn't smart to do wholesale changes.
Mm-hmm.
You got to kind of piecemeal this thing, integrate some what you got with what you need, and there's been a valuable lesson learned. I feel. Obviously there was some success, but there's also if you get the wrong guy, the wrong guys in there, man, it can really kind of mess up the chemistry of the team.
I mean, because you can look at Louisville and you're like, why not Nebraska? Right? Louisville, Plummer is somebody that nobody wanted.
Yeah.
He came out with Purdue. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just finds himself in a different location, did what he needed to do for that team, and led them to a position to where they're in the top 10.
We need to get the Washington State quarterback.
Yeah.
Have you not?
Did he jump in the portal?
People believe he is, but I'm gonna tell you, if we can get him, oh Lord,
I would. Anybody, if you're Stanford, Cal,
so
if you're Washington State or Oregon State, if I'm somebody, I will be jumping in the portal.
Look at Michael Penix.
They don't have a home.
Mm-hmm.
Look what Michael Penix did. He was at Indiana. He was dead in the water.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was very good at all.
Now they're on the Heisman.
Man,
watch.
he goes to the Washington and he's a whole different guy.
Yeah, sometimes it's just change the venue.
Yeah,
change the location.
And a good, obviously a good OC. I'm not sure if he has a quarterback coach, but maybe that was
the key. Ohio Husker says that. Ohio Husker says that the offensive line was way better than last year. I thought they did better. I saw some pancakes. I saw some not as many whiffs as I've seen in the past. So I would agree with you on that. Ohio Husker need a quarterback coach, as you just alluded to. He believes that Garrett is not the guy. Wide receiver coach that's teaching them how to run routes. I think that is something. They have a young core of guys. I think their route running and their route trees need to get better. I do agree with that. And then, but he does like their young receivers that we have. And then there's a good class supposed to be coming in. They need, if I'm a receiver right now, I'm looking at who's quarterback. Real talk, because otherwise I wouldn't be coming to Nebraska because I'm not looking like Iowa. I'm just
Absolutely. Well, in Iowa's defense, they obviously bought Cade McNamara and he got hurt. So I think things could have looked a little bit different aesthetically if he was there, because he was a Big Ten championship quarterback. God, what's Iowa's quarterback name?
Deacon Hill. Ben Roethlisberger 2.0.
Listen, I just hate to say it. I don't have the best name in the world, Clester.
But
Deacon Hill just doesn't sound like.
That sounds like a movie, like Taps or something. sounds like Deacon Hill. You go up to Deacon Hill. That's where the school is.
No, he sounds like a pastor that didn't quite make it.
That's a deacon for you.
So he chose football. All right,
you crazy.
I don't know.
Oh man, that's gonna probably do it for anything else. And what else? Tell me thoughts on prediction for the Huskers versus Creighton.
I think I just saw it sold out already. PBA, the vault, which no surprise there. I think the Huskers pulled out. You talked about the assist numbers, the way those guys can move the ball around, having a rink mass to. He's been a pleasant surprise for me. He is consistent. He's going to get you rebounds. He's going to get you assists.
Double machine.
Oh yeah. I mean, he might even be capable of triple double here. The way he can score assists.
What's your prediction? Give me a score.
Okay, we'll go. What it's going to be I think it'll be a higher scoring game.
Point game.
We'll go 82-75 Skurs.
I'm going to say 85-77.
Okay. I'm going to go against the grain. I think that Creighton still have a psychological advantage and a little bit of a coaching advantage. I'm going to say Creighton is going to win this game. I think they're going to slow it down a little bit. I'm going to say 69-65.
All right, there it is. We'll come back and see.
What you shaking your head for?
That's disgusting. Coming from
That is
Buster Johnson,
disgusting.
picking Creighton after we went into the Blue Jays house last year and shut up that crowd from the tip off.
I was rowdy in there.
Psychological effect. That's
Listen, I just win it. Listen, I'm going for Nebraska. I had to go against them because y'all both said Nebraska.
He said he's going against the grain. There's another great segment here on WTF. We Talk Fast. Clester Johnson, E. Strick, as well as our boy Harrison Arns. We love you guys. We'll see you next week right here. We Talk Fast.
Attention all Wings fans. 89 cent